Aaron wiped the thin layer of dust from the artifact carefully. It was small, no bigger than a human hand, yet it hummed with a faint energy that he could feel through his fingertips. The artifact had arrived from Earth, sent as part of a private collection of ancient relics. Aaron had spent years studying artifacts, but something about this one felt different. It was not just old, it seemed alive. He examined the markings etched onto its surface. At first, they looked like ordinary hieroglyphs from ancient Egypt, but as he traced the lines with his finger, he noticed strange patterns that did not match any known script. Tiny geometric shapes intertwined with the hieroglyphs, forming complex sequences. Aaron's eyes widened. He had never seen anything like this. This is not just a relic, he whispered to himself. There is a message here. Someone wanted it to be found. Aaron called Talai, the engineer who had helped him on previous expeditions, and Rehen, a historian with a passion for ancient civilizations. Both arrived quickly, drawn by the excitement in Aaron's voice. What is it this time? Talai asked, adjusting her glasses. Aaron held the artifact up. I think it is a key. But not for a door we can touch. Something tells me it belongs to a hidden place beneath the Pharaoh's throne. Rehen's eyes lit up. Beneath the throne? That was always said to be a legend. Most historians think it is just a story. I don't think it is a story, Aaron said. Look at these patterns. They match a holographic map I found in an old Mars simulation database. If we use it, we might be able to locate a vault that no one has ever seen. The team moved to Aaron's lab. He placed the artifact on a metallic table and connected it to the holographic projector. The artifact pulsed with light as the projector activated. A three-dimensional map of ancient Egypt appeared in the air, glowing softly in the dim room. Every stone, every column of the palace, every detail of the pharaoh's throne room was projected in perfect clarity. Aaron's hand hovered over the map, and the artifact reacted, sending a thin beam of light toward the throne in the center of the projection. The light lingered on the floor beneath the seat. Here, Aaron said, pointing. Look carefully. There is a doorway hidden beneath the throne. The lines of the floor converge toward it. Talai leaned closer. It seems impossible. How could something like this exist and nobody noticed it for thousands of years? Because it was meant to be hidden, Rehen said. And not just hidden from humans. The design is not fully human. There is something more advanced behind it? Aaron nodded. Exactly. I believe this vault was built with knowledge we have not yet discovered. If we explore it carefully, we could learn secrets that might change everything we know about history. The team decided to use the simulation to enter the vault. They put on their VR suits, which allowed them to experience the holographic world fully. The air in the simulation smelled faintly of desert sand and old stone. Sunlight poured into the palace, bouncing off golden walls. Every step they took echoed through the empty hallways of the ancient palace. As they approached the throne, Aaron felt the artifact vibrate in his hand. The floor beneath the seat shimmered, as if it were not solid. A hidden panel slid open, revealing a stairway that led down into darkness. The team paused. Talai checked her instruments. Energy readings are low, but stable. Whatever is down there, it has been dormant for centuries. Rehen stepped forward, his voice barely a whisper. We are standing where few have ever stood. Beneath this throne, history may have been waiting for us. They began to descend. The stairway was narrow, carved directly into stone. Faint carvings lined the walls, glowing slightly as if responding to their presence. Aaron traced the carvings with his hand. They told a story of a civilization that had knowledge far beyond humans, a civilization that visited Earth long before recorded history. Talai stopped suddenly. "Look at this," she said. She pointed to a strange device embedded in the wall. It was smooth, metallic, and unlike anything from Earth. Symbols glowed on its surface, matching the patterns on Aaron's artifact. Aaron's heart raced. "It is a key," he said. "The artifact activates it. We are about to enter the real vault." Rehen took a deep breath. "Whatever is inside, it has waited for someone who can understand it. And I think it chose us." As they continued downward, the air grew cooler. The glow from the walls illuminated shapes that suggested vast chambers below. Aaron felt a mixture of fear and excitement. This was not just an archaeological discovery. It was the beginning of something greater, something that could reveal secrets about humanity's past, its present, and perhaps its future. The hidden vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne had waited for thousands of years, and now, the three explorers were about to step into a world that no human had ever seen. Aaron ran his fingers lightly over the small artifact. It was no larger than a human hand, smooth and warm, and it seemed to hum faintly in his palm. The object had arrived from Earth, sent as part of a special collection of ancient relics. Aaron had studied many artifacts in his life, but this one felt different. It was not only old, it seemed to hold a secret. The markings on its surface were strange. At first, they looked like simple Egyptian hieroglyphs, but closer inspection revealed patterns that did not match any known script. Tiny geometric shapes twisted through the symbols, forming complex designs. Aaron's eyes widened. He had never seen anything like it before. "This is not just an old object," he whispered. "It is a key." He called Talai, a clever engineer, and Rehen, a historian who loved ancient civilizations. Both arrived quickly, drawn by the excitement in Aaron's voice. "What have you found?" Talai asked, adjusting her glasses. Aaron held up the artifact. "I think it points to a hidden vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne. The markings match a holographic map I discovered in an old Mars database. If we follow it, we could uncover something no one has ever seen." Rehen's eyes lit up. "Beneath the throne? That was always thought to be a legend. Most historians believed it was only a story." "I do not think it is a story," Aaron said. "Look at these patterns. They line up perfectly with the simulation of the old palace. The light from the artifact points to a doorway under the throne." They went to Aaron's lab and placed the artifact on a metallic table. He connected it to the holographic projector. The artifact pulsed as the projection came to life. A three-dimensional map of ancient Egypt appeared in the air. Every stone, every wall, every pillar in the Pharaoh's palace glowed softly. Aaron pointed. "Here, beneath the throne. Look carefully at the floor. The lines of the stone meet in a pattern that hides a doorway." Talai leaned closer. "How could this remain hidden for so many years? Even the palace builders should have known." Rehen studied the projection. "It is advanced. This was not built by humans alone. There is technology here we do not understand." Aaron nodded. "Exactly. If we explore carefully, we might discover knowledge that was meant to remain secret for thousands of years." They decided to use the simulation to enter the vault. They put on VR suits that let them move freely in the holographic world. The simulation felt real. The air smelled faintly of desert sand and old stone. Sunlight poured through the palace windows, reflecting off golden walls. Every step echoed in the empty halls. As they approached the throne, the artifact in Aaron's hand began to hum louder. The floor beneath the throne shimmered, almost like water. Then, slowly, a hidden panel slid open, revealing a stairway that led into darkness. Talai checked her instruments. Energy readings are low but stable. Whatever is down there, it has been untouched for centuries. Rehen took a deep breath. We are about to step where very few have stood. This could change what we know about history. They descended the stone stairs. Carvings along the walls glowed faintly as if welcoming them. Aaron traced them with his hand. They showed signs of a civilization that had knowledge far beyond human technology. The symbols told a story of visitors from the stars who once walked on Earth. Suddenly, Talai stopped. Look at this, she said, pointing to a smooth, metallic device embedded in the wall. It glowed with the same patterns as the artifact. Aaron's heart raced. It is a key. Our artifact activates it. We are about to enter the true vault. Rehen nodded. This place has waited for someone who could understand it. I think it chose us. The air grew cooler as they continued down the stairs. Light from the glowing carvings showed shapes that hinted at large chambers below. Aaron felt a mix of fear and excitement. This was no ordinary discovery. It could reveal secrets about humanity's past, and perhaps the future. The vault beneath the pharaoh's throne had waited for thousands of years. Now, 3 explorers were about to uncover a world no human had ever seen. The deeper the team went into the vault, the stranger the chambers became. Walls shimmered with soft lights that shifted color as they moved. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen walked carefully, amazed at the architecture. The vault was vast, far larger than anything on the surface of the pharaoh's palace. Strange symbols covered the walls, glowing in patterns that seemed alive. This is incredible, Rehen said, studying the carvings. These symbols tell a story, but not one I recognize entirely. It is like a language older than Earth itself. Aaron nodded. I think we are seeing the record of visitors from another world. Look at the way the symbols move. They are not just images. They are information. They are showing us events, people, and knowledge we have never known. Talai moved closer to a large holographic panel in the center of the room. These devices are incredible. They respond to thought and touch. This is more advanced than anything humans have built. This technology was not made by humans. The hologram suddenly activated, projecting a scene from the distant past. A group of tall, luminous beings appeared, walking among humans. They touched the pharaoh's advisors and shared knowledge that allowed cities to grow, inventions to appear, and understanding to spread. The humans in the vision looked amazed but not afraid. They seemed eager to learn. Rehen whispered, so this is why the pharaoh's civilization advanced so quickly. They had help. But from whom? Aaron's eyes were fixed on the vision. From these visitors. They must have come from another world. They left behind knowledge for humans, hidden beneath the throne. This vault was designed to keep it safe until someone was ready to understand it. The team moved deeper into the chamber. They discovered a circular platform covered in symbols. Aaron placed the artifact on the platform, and it began to glow, projecting even more images. The glowing beings pointed to objects, and humans in the vision copied them carefully. Some objects looked like simple tools, while others were devices that controlled energy. Talai examined one of the devices. If this is real, it could change everything we know about history. The technology here is safe for us, but it could give us ideas to solve problems we face today. Aaron carefully studied the vision. It is not just tools. They are teaching humans to think differently, to invent, to explore, to rise above limits. This is more than knowledge. It is a gift. Rehen leaned closer. But why hide it? Why wait for centuries? Because humans were not ready, Aaron said. The vault tests those who find it. It only allows people who are curious, brave, and careful to see the truth. We have been chosen because we passed the first challenges. Talai smiled. It feels like they trusted us, even though we did not know them. It is a responsibility, not just a discovery. The chamber seemed to pulse with life. The symbols on the walls shifted and formed a map of the stars. The visitors had traveled across space, choosing Earth as a place to share their wisdom. Aaron realized that this vault was not only a record of their presence but also a guide for future explorers. This knowledge is bigger than any one person, Aaron said. It is meant to be used carefully, for the good of everyone. We must understand it fully before we decide how to share it. Suddenly, one of the holographic devices activated a beam of light toward the ceiling. The light formed a glowing sphere in the center of the room. Aaron and Talai instinctively stepped back. The sphere pulsed, showing images of Earth and Mars, and even other planets in the system. It seemed to measure the team, as if deciding whether they were worthy. Rehen said, "It is alive in some way. It reacts to us. We must be careful with every step we take." Aaron moved forward slowly. "We are not here to take. We are here to learn. We have to respect what is hidden." The visitors wanted their knowledge to help, not harm. If we act wisely, we can honor their purpose. The sphere seemed to respond to his words. Its glow softened, and a doorway appeared on the far wall. The team exchanged excited looks. They knew the doorway led to the inner chamber of the vault, where the greatest secrets were kept. Talai whispered, "We are about to see what no human has ever seen before. Are we ready?" Aaron smiled, his heart racing with anticipation. "We have come this far. We have passed the first tests. Now, we find the truth that has waited for thousands of years beneath the Pharaoh's throne." The three explorers stepped toward the doorway, ready to uncover the ultimate knowledge of the ancient visitors. Their journey into the secret vault was only beginning, and the mysteries they would face next would test not only their minds but also their courage and unity. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen stepped through the glowing doorway. Beyond it lay a large chamber filled with light that seemed to come from everywhere at once. The walls were smooth and metallic, yet they reflected the colors of the symbols from the previous room. In the center of the chamber, a circular platform floated a few inches above the floor. It was covered with intricate patterns that pulsed with energy. "This place is incredible," Talai said, her eyes wide. "I have never seen anything like it. The energy here, it is alive." Aaron approached the platform carefully. "Look at the symbols. They are connected to the artifact. I think this is a control center of some kind. It can do more than just record history. It can change things." Rehen stepped closer and studied the patterns. "Change things? What do you mean?" Aaron touched the surface of the platform with the artifact. Light spread out in beams, projecting a hologram of the Earth as it might have looked thousands of years ago. Cities appeared and disappeared. Rivers changed direction. Humans moved in patterns that suggested the vault could influence events across time. "This is incredible," Rehen said. "The vault is not only a record. It is a tool. It can show what happened, and it can show what could happen." Talai frowned. "If it can do this, it could be dangerous. We have to be careful." One wrong action and it might change history in ways we cannot predict. Aaron nodded. I understand. We are explorers, not rulers. But the vault also has another function. The energy here is immense. It could power Mars colony for generations. This technology is a gift, but it is also a test. We have to prove we are responsible before we can use it fully. The walls of the chamber began to shift. Symbols moved and formed shapes that resembled puzzles. Light beams connected different points in the room, creating paths that Aaron realized were tests. The vault was alive, reacting to their presence, measuring their intelligence and caution. Rehen stepped forward. The vault is testing us. It is not just a machine. It is something more. It wants to see if we are worthy. Talai smiled nervously. Then let us show it that we are ready. They began to work together. Aaron guided them through the puzzles using logic and observation. Talai analyzed the energy beams and calculated how to align them correctly. Rehen interpreted the symbols and connected them to human history. Every step they took seemed to satisfy the vault. The lights glowed brighter as they solved each challenge. After a while, the platform in the center of the room began to rise. Beams of light formed a spiral around it, projecting a holographic figure of one of the alien visitors they had seen earlier. The figure spoke in a language that was not human, but the meaning was clear. It showed them visions of humans learning, creating, and growing with the help of alien guidance. Aaron understood the message. They want us to continue their work. The knowledge here is meant to be shared carefully. It is not a weapon. It is a tool to help humanity rise. Talai examined the energy flowing through the platform. This power could solve so many problems. We could provide clean energy for entire cities, support life on Mars, and explore space more safely. But we have to be careful. We cannot take it all at once. Rehen nodded. The vault is testing our judgment as much as our minds. It is teaching us patience, responsibility, and cooperation. The team worked for hours, studying the controls, understanding the energy, and learning from the holographic lessons. They realized that the vault's power was not just in the machines, but in the way it guided them. It showed them how humans could grow without relying on force or domination. As they learned, the chamber seemed to respond. The energy flowed more smoothly. Light beams formed pathways that led deeper into the vault. The team realized that the inner chambers contained even greater knowledge, and that they had passed the first real test of worthiness. Aaron looked at Talai and Rehen. We are ready to go further. The vault has shown us what it can do. Now, we must understand why it exists and how to use it wisely. Talai nodded. I have never felt anything like this. It is as if the vault itself is alive. We have to respect it and learn from it. If we do, we can help humanity in ways we never imagined. Rehen smiled. Then let us continue. The real secrets are ahead, and we are prepared to discover them. With that, the team moved toward the deeper chamber, leaving behind the lessons of the first test. They knew the vault held knowledge and power that could change the future. The challenge was not only to uncover it, but to use it wisely. The journey into the heart of the secret vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne had entered a new phase. Every step forward would test their courage, their intelligence, and their unity as a team. And the vault waited, silent but aware, ready to reveal its ultimate secrets to those who proved themselves worthy. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen stepped into the deeper chamber of the vault. The walls were brighter here, glowing with colors that shifted slowly like a sunrise. Strange symbols moved along the walls as if watching the explorers. The team felt a strange energy in the air, powerful yet calm. "This place is different," Talai whispered. "The energy is stronger. I can feel it testing us." Rehen studied the symbols. "It is not just energy. The vault wants to see how we act. It is measuring our thoughts and our intentions." Aaron nodded. "We have passed the first challenges, but I think the real test is ahead. The vault is not only about knowledge. It is about character." Suddenly, the floor beneath them began to glow. 3 separate paths appeared, each leading to a different part of the chamber. Light beams formed walls around each path. It was clear that the vault wanted each of them to face a personal challenge. "This is it," Aaron said. "We must go alone for a while. The vault will test our courage, intelligence, and teamwork separately." Talai hesitated. "Alone? How will we know we are safe?" Aaron placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "The vault will guide us. It wants us to learn about ourselves. Trust it and trust each other." Rehen stepped forward first. "Then we face the challenges. We cannot turn back now." They each entered separate paths. Aaron's path led to a room filled with illusions. Shadows of failure and doubt appeared before him, showing him visions of mistakes he could have made in his life. He saw the vault collapsing, the artifact breaking, and himself unable to save the mission. At first, fear gripped him, but Aaron remembered the lessons from the previous chambers. He focused on logic and determination. He reminded himself that mistakes were part of learning, and that courage meant facing fears, not avoiding them. Slowly, the illusions faded, replaced by a clear path forward. Talai's challenge was different. She faced a room of moving energy patterns. The beams shifted constantly, forming puzzles she had to solve to continue. The patterns were complex, more advanced than any human design, and the energy responded to her thoughts and actions. She concentrated, aligning the beams one by one. Each correct alignment created a bridge of light to the next part of the chamber. Hours seemed to pass, but Talai did not give up. She tested each connection carefully, using both her mind and intuition. When she finally solved the last puzzle, the light formed a stable path, leading her forward. Rehen's challenge involved history and understanding. Holographic visions of false events appeared before him. Some showed humans misusing power, others showed great civilizations falling apart. He had to decide which events were true and which were illusions. Rehen thought carefully, remembering what he had learned from the artifact and the alien guidance. He studied the symbols on the walls and connected them to real events. His knowledge of history and his careful reasoning allowed him to see through the illusions. The false visions vanished, leaving a bright corridor to continue. After each challenge, the paths led them to a central chamber. The team reunited, smiling at each other with relief. They had faced their fears, solved impossible puzzles, and distinguished truth from illusion. The vault acknowledged their success. Symbols on the walls glowed brighter and brighter, forming a single large door at the far end of the chamber. Aaron looked at the door. "This is it. The vault is ready to show us the final chamber. We have passed its test of worth." Talai touched the door carefully. "It feels alive. Like it knows we are ready." Rehen nodded. "The vault does not just protect knowledge. It protects humanity's future. It wants to ensure that those who access it can use it wisely." As the door opened, light filled the room. In the center was a pedestal, and on it, an object of glowing energy. Around the pedestal were displays showing knowledge, history, and technology far beyond anything humans had ever known. The vault's secrets were now within reach, but the team understood the responsibility that came with it. Aaron stepped forward. We have learned patience, courage, and cooperation. Now we must learn how to use this knowledge to help humanity, not harm it. Talai smiled. The vault has shown us more than technology. It has shown us our potential. We are capable of more than we imagined. Rehen added, and that is the real power of this place. Not the machines or the energy, but the way it helps humans rise to their best selves. The team stood together, ready to explore the inner chamber. They knew that the next steps would reveal knowledge and technology that could change the world. But they were prepared. They had proven themselves worthy, and they understood that true power comes not from what you take, but from how you use it. The secret vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne had tested them, and humanity's future now rested in their hands. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen stepped into the inner chamber. The air was warm and vibrant, filled with a soft hum that seemed to resonate with their hearts. In the center of the room floated a device of glowing energy. It was unlike anything they had seen. Its surface shimmered with light that shifted through colors and patterns, almost as if it were alive. "This is it," Aaron said, his voice steady but filled with awe. "The heart of the vault. This is what the alien visitors left behind." Talai moved closer to examine the device. "The energy is incredible. It feels safe, but powerful. I can sense knowledge flowing from it, like it wants to teach us." Rehen studied the surrounding holographic displays. They showed scenes of human history intertwined with alien guidance. He saw humans inventing tools, building cities, and exploring ideas far beyond what they could have done alone. "They wanted to help humanity grow," Rehen said quietly. "This is not just a machine. It is a guide. A teacher." Aaron reached out and touched the glowing device with the artifact. Light spread from the artifact into the device. A holographic projection filled the room, showing 3 paths: knowledge, energy, and guidance. Each path represented a way humanity could grow using the vault's gifts. Talai gasped. "We could provide clean energy for Mars and Earth. We could share knowledge that would help humans solve problems and explore space. But we must be careful. This power is too great to use recklessly." Aaron nodded. "The vault tested us to ensure we could understand responsibility. The choices we make now will shape the future. We cannot take it lightly." Rehen studied the displays carefully. "The knowledge is vast. It is about technology, science, history, and wisdom. The visitors wanted humans to reach their potential, but only if we could prove ourselves worthy. That is why the vault tested us." The device pulsed and expanded light around the room. Images of ancient Earth, Mars, and distant planets appeared. It showed the vast possibilities of exploration and progress if humans used the knowledge wisely. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen understood that the device was not just a tool for learning. It could elevate human civilization to a level never imagined before. Talai carefully placed her hands near the device. She felt a flow of ideas and solutions, visions of energy grids, sustainable cities, and advanced technologies. "It is showing us how to help everyone, not just ourselves," she said. "This is what the visitors wanted. They wanted humanity to rise." Aaron studied the projections. "We must take only what we can use responsibly. The vault is a gift, but it will not protect those who are greedy or careless. We have to plan carefully, step by step." Rehen nodded. "The vault is teaching us the greatest lesson: true power is not in what you have, but in what you give and how you use it." The team spent hours learning from the device. They discovered ways to safely use the energy to power settlements, tools to help humans learn faster, and ideas for exploration that would protect both people and the environment. Each new discovery brought excitement and responsibility. They realized that the vault had prepared them for this moment. Aaron looked at Talai and Rehen. "We are ready. We can take this knowledge and energy back to Mars. But we must share it carefully, ensuring it benefits everyone, not just a few." Talai smiled. "The vault has given us a chance to help humanity grow. It has shown us the future, but it is up to us to make it real." Rehen added, "We have passed every test. We have proven our courage, intelligence, and teamwork. Now we have to prove our wisdom. How we use this treasure will determine the legacy of our generation." The glowing device seemed to respond to their agreement. Its light softened and formed 3 separate beams, each pointing to a different part of the room where tools, records, and energy cells awaited. The vault had prepared a way for humans to learn, harness energy, and grow, but only for those ready to accept the responsibility. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen began to carefully study each beam, taking notes, recording data, and planning how to implement the knowledge safely. They understood that the vault was more than a discovery, it was a message. Humanity had the potential to rise far beyond what was imagined, but only if it acted with wisdom and care. As they worked, the chamber hummed gently, as if the vault itself approved of their actions. The team knew their journey was not finished, but the greatest challenges were ahead: to bring the gifts of the vault to humanity without causing harm and to inspire others to rise to their potential. The secret vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne had revealed its treasure. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen had been chosen to carry its wisdom forward, and in doing so, they would become the guides for a new era of human advancement. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen returned to Mars colony carrying the knowledge and technology from the vault. The journey back was filled with excitement and careful planning. They knew they had a responsibility that went beyond themselves. The secrets they had uncovered could change the future of humanity, but only if shared wisely. When they arrived at the colony, they called a meeting of the leaders and scientists. Aaron stepped forward, holding the artifact. "We have discovered something extraordinary," he said. "A vault hidden beneath the Pharaoh's throne on Earth contains knowledge and energy from an ancient civilization that visited our planet long ago. This technology can help humanity grow, explore space safely, and solve problems we face today." Talai displayed diagrams and holographic projections. "The energy here is clean, safe, and sustainable. The knowledge includes advanced science, medicine, and technology. But it is not meant to be used carelessly. We must plan carefully and share it step by step, ensuring it benefits everyone." Rehen added, "The vault was a test. It measured our courage, intelligence, and cooperation. The technology is not a weapon. It is a gift to help humanity rise to its potential. It is now our responsibility to use it wisely." The leaders listened in awe. Some were skeptical, but the evidence was undeniable. Over the following weeks, the team worked tirelessly to implement the technology. Energy systems were built using the alien devices, providing power to the entire colony. Water purification systems were enhanced, making life safer and more comfortable for everyone. Scientists and engineers began studying the knowledge carefully. They used it to improve farming techniques, medical treatments, and communication systems. Education advanced quickly, as students and researchers applied lessons learned from the vault. The colony became a hub of learning, creativity, and innovation. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen watched with pride as humans adapted the knowledge responsibly. They had understood the vault's lessons. True power came from helping others, not from personal gain. They had proven that humans could rise when given the chance. One evening, the three explorers stood outside, looking at the stars. The night sky stretched endlessly above Mars, a reminder of the universe waiting to be explored. Aaron spoke first. "We have changed the future here, but this is only the beginning. There is so much more to learn, so much more to discover." Talai nodded. "The vault gave us tools and knowledge, but it also showed us what humans are capable of. Curiosity, courage, and cooperation can take us farther than we imagined." Rehen smiled. "It is not just about technology. It is about how we use it. If humans work together, we can face any challenge, explore any planet, and build a better future." The colony celebrated its new achievements. Schools flourished, inventions multiplied, and people shared knowledge freely. The alien energy systems provided enough power for everyone, removing scarcity and giving humans freedom to focus on growth, exploration, and creativity. Over time, the lessons of the vault spread beyond Mars. Earth received the benefit of new knowledge as well. Societies grew stronger, more cooperative, and more innovative. Humans began exploring space with confidence, using technology and wisdom learned from the vault. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen were honored as pioneers, but they knew the real reward was the growth of humanity itself. They had been chosen by the vault to guide the next steps, but it was the courage and curiosity of all people that made the achievements possible. One morning, Aaron looked at the artifact, now safely stored in a secure research center. The glow was soft, as if it were waiting. He realized the vault's work was not finished. Humanity would continue to rise, and one day, others might unlock even greater secrets hidden in the universe. Talai added, "The vault taught us that knowledge is powerful only when used wisely. We have seen what humans can achieve when we work together. The future is ours to build." Rehen looked toward the stars. "And one day, humans will explore even farther than we can imagine. This is only the first step. The vault has given us hope, wisdom, and the tools to reach higher." The secret vault beneath the Pharaoh's throne had fulfilled its purpose. It had chosen those who were ready to learn and help them prepare for the future. Humanity had risen, not because of a gift alone, but because humans were ready to grow, to explore, and to cooperate. The legacy of the vault lived on in every human mind that learned, every invention that improved life, and every journey into the stars. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen smiled, knowing they had played a part in a story much greater than themselves. Humanity had begun a new chapter, inspired by courage, curiosity, and the hidden wisdom of an ancient civilization. The night sky above Mars shone brightly. Aaron, Talai, and Rehen knew that wherever humans looked, there would always be new mysteries, new challenges, and new opportunities to rise. And humanity was ready.